Hello everybody. Today we are going to make a balloon crown. I'm going to use yellow balloons or gold color balloons in this example to make the crown. Inflate balloons leaving about 16, maybe 18 centimeters flat tail. I'm going to twist all bubbles of the same size, about 3 centimeters. Twist the first 2 bubbles. Lock both ends of the second bubble in one lock twist. Twist the next 3 bubbles. I'm using this balloon to make the top of the crown. Let's lock both ends of the 5th bubble in one lock twist. Make a chain of the next 3 bubbles. Then we have to lock both ends of the 8th bubble in one lock twist. Keep working the rest of the balloon in exactly the same way, making chain of 3 bubbles, lock both ends of the last bubble in one lock twist. I have to make 27 bubbles for the top of the crown. It will be medium size crown, which fit me nicely. For the large size hat you have to make 30 bubbles for the top of the crown. Of course, if you're making larger size bubbles, you will have to make less bubbles for the top. You have to hold both ends of the balloon all the time to prevent bubbles from untwisting. We are going to secure ends of all bubbles when we attach the second row or the bottom of the crown. Meantime, if any pair of bubbles get untwisted, it's okay. Just like in this example, one pair of bubbles get untwisted, so I have to fix it. Or you can do it later, it's up to you. One balloon is not enough to make all bubbles necessary for this crown. I prefer to cut off rest of the balloon right after I lock both ends of the last bubble in one lock twist. At this point I can attach the second balloon. As you can see, I managed to make just 20 bubbles out of one balloon. I'm not counting the rest of the balloon, which is the 21st bubble, because I'm going to cut it off later. Now I'm going to tie nozzle of the second balloon with the 20th bubble of the first balloon, the last bubble of the first balloon. And then we keep working in the same way as we did with the first balloon, making chain of 3 bubbles, locking both ends of the last bubble in one lock twist. There is another way to make basically the same balloon crown as I described it in previously published instruction cake, where I use crown to make the sides of the cake. Link to this instruction you will find on my website fewdoit.com or in description to this video. For the cake I knew exactly how many bubbles I have to make for the sides, so I work 2 balloons at the same time, making top and the bottom rows of the crown. The way I'm showing it to you now, it would take 3 balloons to make the crown instead of 4. Alright, here I have made a chain of 27 bubbles, which is a top row of our crown. Now we have to lock both ends of this chain in one lock twist. You can wrap the chain of bubbles around your head to check the size of the crown. Now I'm going to work the bottom row of the crown. We have to make all bubbles of the same size. Twist a chain of 2 bubbles. Lock both ends of the chain of the last 5 bubbles in one lock twist. Then we have to make the chain of the next 2 bubbles. Lock both ends of the chain of the last 10 bubbles in one lock twist. We have to work in this pattern following around the sculpture. Normally it wouldn't take me more than 5 minutes to make this sculpture. I'm sure you can make it even faster with some practice. If you're making more than one balloon crown of this type, you may want to be more precise estimating the size of inflated balloon. This way you may actually make this balloon crown using just 2 balloons. I remember I've done it many times. The way I did it, I work top and the bottom of the crown at the same time using two different balloons of the same color, so I can alternate them between the top and the bottom rows. Alright, and now it looks like I ran out of the balloon, so this time I have to attach the third balloon. Let's tie nozzle of the third balloon at the same spot where we have made the last lock. And then we keep working in the same way as we did previously, making chains of 2 bubbles. And then we have to lock free end of the last bubble between appropriate 2 bubbles of the top row. I don't really like to use larger size bubbles for this sculpture because it leaves quite visible holes in the crown. In one of the future instructions I'm going to show you how the crown looks like if we use larger size bubbles. It's just a matter of increasing size of bubbles, so you should have no problem to make it on your own without any help. Here I have made the 45th bubble of the sculpture. Now we have to lock both ends of the chain of 45 bubbles in one lock twist. Fix all bubbles in proper positions. Now let's cut off the rest of the balloons, tie off the ends, hide them between bubbles of the sculpture. Congratulations, we have made the crown. Now I'm just going to show you how the crown looks like when I put it on. I call this sculpture the Old King Crown. Of course you may use the same crown for the queen as well. Queens and princes, they usually prefer to have fancier crowns. Subscribe to my video channel, leave comments, like the video, share it with your friends. Have fun and happy twisting!